For 500 years, schools around the world taught the same story. Columbus discovered America in 1492. It is one of history's greatest lies. Welcome to Age of Stories. Today, we reveal the man who actually reached America 500 years before Columbus ever left the port of Spain. To understand this story properly, we must travel back to Scandinavia in the year 970 AD, where a boy named Leif Eriksson was born. Leif was the son of Eric the Red, the legendary Viking explorer who had already discovered and colonized Greenland against all odds and expectations. Viking culture celebrated exploration above almost everything else. Boys grew up hearing stories of unknown lands beyond the horizon and believing it was their destiny to find them. Around the year 1000 AD, Leif Eriksson assembled a crew of 35 brave men, boarded a sturdy Viking longship, and sailed west from Greenland into the complete unknown. They had no maps of what lay ahead, no previous accounts to guide them, nothing but the stars, the ocean currents, and extraordinary Viking courage. After weeks of sailing through freezing North Atlantic waters, through storms and fog and terrifying open ocean, land appeared on the horizon ahead of them. Leif named the first land he found Helluland, meaning flat stone land, which modern historians believe was the coast of Baffin Island in northern Canada. Sailing south, he found a second land covered in dense forests. He named it Markland, meaning forest land, which historians identify as modern-day Labrador, Canada. Continuing south, Leif discovered a third land so beautiful and abundant with wild grapes and salmon that he named it Vinland, the land of wine. Leif and his crew built a permanent settlement in Vinland, Rio wooden buildings, a great hall, workshops, and sleeping quarters, and wintered there successfully. They returned to Greenland the following spring with timber and grapes, proving to the Norse world that a rich, abundant new land existed across the Western Ocean. Multiple Viking expeditions followed Leif to Vinland over the next several years, including one led by his brother Thorvald and another by a woman named Gudrid. Gudrid became one of the most remarkable women of the entire medieval era. She gave birth in Vinland, making her son the first European baby born in America. The Vikings eventually abandoned Vinland after violent conflicts with the indigenous people they called Skraelings, battles they ultimately could not win so far from home. These stories were recorded in two extraordinary documents called the Vinland Sagas, ancient Norse texts that preserved the entire account of Leif's voyage in remarkable detail. For centuries, historians dismissed the Vinland Sagas as myths and legends, beautiful stories perhaps, but certainly not real historical accounts of actual voyages to actual places. Then in 1960, a Norwegian explorer named Helge Ingstad and his archaeologist wife Anne Stein made one of the most important discoveries in North American history. At a remote place called Meadows in northern Newfoundland, Canada, they found unmistakable traces of ancient structures buried beneath the grass and soil. Excavations revealed perfectly preserved Viking buildings, a great hall, workshops, a blacksmith forge, and boat repair facilities, exactly matching descriptions in the ancient Vinland Sagas. Carbon dating confirmed the settlement was built around 1000 AD, 500 years before Columbus was even born, let alone before he sailed anywhere. Meadows is today a UNESCO World Heritage Site, officially recognized as the first known European settlement anywhere in the entire American continent. So why does Columbus still get the credit? The answer is rooted in politics, religion, and the deliberate rewriting of history by powerful European institutions. Columbus sailed under the Spanish crown and Catholic Church, two of the most powerful institutions in the world, both with enormous interest in claiming the discovery.
The Vikings had no powerful church or empire promoting their story. Their accounts survived only in oral tradition and manuscripts that most of Europe never read. Columbus's voyage also had a far greater immediate impact, opening trade routes and triggering European colonization of the Americas on a massive, unprecedented scale. History, it turns out, is often written not by whoever arrived first, but whoever had the power, the money, and the motivation to tell the story. Leif Eriksson Day is now officially celebrated in the United States every October 9th, finally giving this extraordinary explorer some of the recognition he has always deserved. The man who truly discovered America, deleted from history for 5 centuries, finally coming back. Subscribe to Age of Stories for more hidden truth.